Ta-da! Okay, so moving on, we went over some electrical. Let's see. So there are a lot of plates and whatnot around this home, and I will show you what those are. So these little teeny round circular guys, you see a little gap from the ceiling around the rim of that. You don't want to put caulking around that because those are your fire sprinklers. You'll find them in every room, in every closet, in every hallway. It's code here in Fremont. The way those work are they are heat triggered. So if a fire got under there, heat got under there for 130 degrees, that metal plate, which is lightly soldered in there, falls off. And if it were to sense 160 degrees, first of all, you'd know it's real hot. Then the glass inside would break and the sprinkler would pump out a lot of water. So the water for the sprinkler system, it's always pressurized. That means that if you accidentally broke that sprinkler, a lot of water would come out. Basically, call me right away or call the 800 number. Give you that info on the second walk. We have an after hours and weekend emergency line. I work a regular like 9 to 5 hours. Anywho, so the sprinkler line is always pressurized and separate from the supply line of, say, your sink water. Two different lines of pressure. So another thing about the fire sprinkler system is it is not linked to your smoke detectors, and your smoke detectors are found in every hallway and every bedroom, which is also code. So you have one in the hallway, you have one in the bedroom. Same thing with that hallway and the second bedroom. You'll notice there is not a smoke detector / carbon monoxide sensor in your kitchen because everyone's would be going off all the time. But they do have them in the hallways and in the bedrooms, which is code. So the smoke detectors / carbon monoxide detectors are not linked to the fire sprinkler system. Not linked. The alarm that is linked to the fire sprinkler system is the verbal sounding alarm in each bedroom. So if a sprinkler would go off in any room, by the way, we're in the master now. If a sprinkler would go off anywhere in the building, that speaker, a nice lady's voice, would come on and say, "Attention please, there's been a emergency sensed in your building. Please find the nearest exit. The fire doors will close the elevator. It senses there is no one in it. And you will be forced to take the stairs." So find the stairs, which when you get here, I'd like to orient you to the building so you know. Staircase left or right to you, really, so can't go wrong. Okay, another system larger system here. Your lights. So these lights, they look like can lights. They are not. They are just one unit. Again, 10-year warranty. So you pull those down just a little bit. There's a cord, unplug it. That's if one goes out, but honestly, they're not supposed to go out for at least 10 years. Haven't had one burn out in any of the buildings yet, let's put it that way. Let's see, these vents are your registers. They are output for your HVAC system, heater and air conditioner. The input, let's see, the inflow is going to be in your ceiling. Right here. And this you want to change out generally every 3 to 6 months, but you are moving to still an active construction zone, which means there's more dust in the air. So you're going to want to pull these little prongies to the side. This door swings down this way. The size is different for units, so I don't know your size vent. But it says the size on the side of the filter. It's just a little like paper, cardboardy filter. Pull it out, don't wash it, don't clean it. Just get the size off of it. You know, when you go to Home Depot or Amazon, Lowe's, wherever, you can order one, or I would order at least 3-pack. Because like I said, you want to change it out about every 3 months. If that gets caked and your HVAC system is having a hard time getting airflow in, your motor is working overtime. So you could be burning out your warranty if you had an issue with this 10 months down the line. The unit, by the way, is a year, the HVAC unit. A year through me. After that, you just call the manufacturer yourself and take care of it. So if they come to service it and they see that that is cake dirty and you've never changed your filter, that is not under warranty then. That would be homeowner damage because you weren't caring for your system. So I'm not trying to tell you scary stories for no reason, just saying it's your home and you have to do some preventative tasks to keep it in good working order. Let's see, so we did lights, we did registers, fire sprinkler. This little plate on the wall here, I believe this is your, yeah. So this is, we have ADA compliance in this city. It's pretty strict, not bad mouthing the city, just saying they made us add some extra bells and whistles. So that is a plate where a strobe light could be installed in lieu of the speaker system that we have in the bedrooms, in case there is a person that moves in and is deaf. Let's see, this little plate here is called a WAP. So if you want to make sure you have a solid signal, wireless signal for internet throughout your home, you can have a WAP, wireless access point. It's basically a booster, an extender, to make sure that the signal coming from your router, which would be in your closet of your master bedroom, gets all the way to the other side of the house. Not sure how the signal is in these buildings, to tell you the truth, so let's see. Okay, moving on. In the master bedroom, you have your switches here. You'll notice, if you were to look up, that there are no lights installed. So if you want light, first day, you'll have to bring a floor lamp, which would be controlled by this switch. This is called the half-hot switch. So by that I mean, you'll find one outlet in each of the bedrooms that is upside down. That is on purpose to let you know that that switch controls this outlet here. So one of these outlets is going to control your alarm clock, say. The other one's going to be your light. So when you turn off and on the switch, it only turns off the power to one outlet. Honestly, I'm not sure which one it is, top or bottom. You'll figure that out. And the other outlet will stay hot, which means it will always have power. That way you don't turn off and on and have to reset your clock every time you flip the switch. However, it would just control the light. So one is controlled by the switch and the other one's always hot, hence half hot. So in the long run, after you move in, if you would like to not just have the floor lamp, you would have this box here, which you have in both of the bedrooms. That box, it's a light box, but I like to call it a fan box because I would suggest getting a fan light combo. That way you don't have to run AC on a day like today, where it's not hot, but it's not exactly cool. So if you want to cool down just a little bit, you can turn on the fan and save juice on your AC, a lot less on your bill. So that is controlled, the fan box. This would be the light with dimmer, and then this would be the fan off on. But most fans, you just leave it on, and they come with a little controller so you can set the speed of the fan and whatnot. And you just have a bracket that you put up here, and that's how you control your fan. And then you can pull the little remote out and just take it next to your bed, and you can control it like that, as opposed to having to get up to turn off the switch. So, also, I should show you your windows. It's gonna sound funny, but let me teach you how to open your windows. So there are two ways to do it. 90 degrees, and that swings open. Oh, that's your child lock. Let's take it off for education's sake. Okay, let's see here. There we go. And that just rests back down along the side. So, 90-degree handle. Remember when we came up, it was all the way down. Swings open like a door. Okay, and then close it. Make sure it's always closed when you engage the handle. If you go 180 degrees up, then it tilts up at the very top. Sorry, it's a little backlit, hard to tell, but so if I were you, to save on bill on a day like today where it's just a little muggy but not really hot, you would turn on the fan, you crack this open, all the windows have a screen, and you would let out all your hot air. So close it all the way down. Make sure it's all the way down. That really helps with the blocking out of sound. Like I said, you live in an active construction zone, but these windows block out the sound really well. Same functionality. So 90 degree, opens like a door, 180 degrees, tilts open the top, and then make sure it's locked all the way down. I wouldn't try pulling or pushing the door when it's anywhere but the 90 or 180 position. Let's see, living room and the bedrooms each have a Cat 6 cable and the coaxial. Sorry for the not smooth transition. Just trying to run through the points. Let's turn on the light here. That is an occupancy sensor light, which means it's not a motion sensor. It will not turn on when you walk in the room. But if you're in the room and you stay still for more than 30 seconds, then the light will turn off. I can show you how to program that after this, but let's finish with the Cat 6 and the conduits. So they keep this locked, which is fine. It's just a dusty box inside. But that is where you would keep your router. If you go Xfinity, they have this like tower that is a modem and a router, and it would sit right here on the bottom. It should fit in there, and there's an outlet inside of there, not just this exterior outlet here. So basically, when you want Comcast or whatever you're gonna get, AT&T, just show them that box. They will hook everything up. And from there are conduits, and they physically run lines to the Cat 6 and the coaxial in each bedroom and in the living room. This is your master bedroom closet, by the way. It's a lot of closet. Let's see. Yeah, we were talking about the Legrand lights. So the way you program these, I'll show you once. You could just Google program Legrand lights, but I'll show you one time here. So hold it down for about 10 seconds till you see that light flicker. There you go. Now let's turn it up. It's on one blink. It goes all the way up. 1, 2. Oh, it's on 2 blinks. You know what? That should be good for your closet. But if you want to switch it up to 3 blinks, each blink goes up to 5 blinks. Extends the time that it would have to sense no motion for the light to turn off. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's on 3. So to program it, just hold it down again. Keep it held down until you see the lights flicker. Okay, so I made it so I forget what the times are. It's like the lowest setting is how we have to get building sign off. Again, city has a lot of red tape, so efficiency. And so that's 30 seconds, but we just upped it to a couple minutes. No one's gonna stand still for more than a couple minutes without at least moving their hand or whatnot. That's me. This is your right vanity. Left vanity, shower. So again, ADA compliance, you have a roll-in shower. So that means that this lip is only about a 1/4 inch. This lip is another added 1/4 inch, had those added in. Just because if you were to, for some reason, plug the drain, which you shouldn't, then you would want the water would only go up about a 1/2 inch before it started running out. So that's why we don't have a hair catch in there. That is a 2-inch line, opens up to a 4-inch just below the P-trap, in case you drop your wedding ring or whatnot, you can just snake it out. And that 4-inch goes to an 8-inch, so you're never gonna have any hair clog issues. But if you were to somehow plug that line, you'd wanna be sure to, you would know, start splashing around, and you wanna make sure the water doesn't run out onto your floor, because this is an ADA compliant transition. Other than that, really cool shower. So in the bathrooms, you have a vent here, which is gonna suck out of the building the moisture. It has a humidistat sensor, those 3 little lines there. So that will sense moisture and turn on when you're taking a shower. However, I suggest that you turn on the fan anytime you turn on the water. It should be, oh nope, that's the other light. This one. So it's not very loud, but it's on. So what you want to do is make sure that the moisture from taking a shower doesn't just stick to the walls, because there is no window on this end here. So moisture will get trapped up here. And at the very least, it could start to fade the paint at the top of the wall where it meets the ceiling. But worst case scenario, you'd have mold if you didn't have a fan in here. So the way mold grows, as you know, is it needs constant moisture feeding. So if you take a shower every day, sticks to the wall every day, you don't use your fan, you could have a mold issue in the future. Again, just scary stories to make sure that you're turning on that fan every time you take a shower. You turn on the water to warm it up, turn on the fan. You don't wait for it to kick in the sensor, because that would mean moisture would be sticking to the walls all the way until it gets to the sensor, and then it would kick on. You don't want the steam to stick on your walls for very long. So run the fan. You'll also notice that when you turn it off, if it's and you've just taken a shower, that the fan would actually not turn off, because the humidistat sensor would say, no, I'm not ready to turn off yet, I'm still sensing moisture. So in some ways it has a mind of its own. It's not broken. So if you go to turn it off after a shower and it stays on, that's because it's trying to get that last bit of moisture out of your air. Let it do its job. Let it do its job. Again, you have the GFIs, those outlets. They don't have a reset button on them, but they are GFI and they are 15 amp GFI. And same shutoffs with the pull push. Let's see here. Let's move on to, those lights will turn off by themselves. I'm not worried about it. Your balcony, where Gary was just doing touch-up. So you'll notice you have 3 movable panels, your balcony door. As you open, each one of these weighs about 300 pounds. Doesn't feel quite that heavy, but you will feel the weight opening them. They're not like finger light, you know, you really feel it when you open them. So like I said, about 300 pounds a panel. So 1, 2, 3, and this is a fixed panel. So let's just open up one of these. So usually you're not gonna open them all up. Again, it's not like super hard or anything, but it's definitely not the lightest thing in the world. And as you move on, you're gonna have to use 2 hands, because it's actually gets heavier and heavier. Like I said, 300 pounds, 600 pounds, 900 pounds. Things about 1,000 pounds. Anywho, Gary was just doing some touch up on the bottom of your balcony here. Looks great. Awesome. So on your balcony, you have a GFI outlet here. It's an external box. This is yours to use. This is one of the building systems. Don't worry about that. That's just from the gutter system. It goes all the way to the roof. Anywho, let's see. So you have fire sprinklers. Again, city has a lot of code. Fire sprinklers on your balcony. Sure, fire sprinklers outside. You also have your LEDs with the 10-year warranty, and you have a fan box, or a light fan box on your balcony as well. So you have some options. Let's see here. So close this. Yep. This gives you a good view of your kitchen. I guess we didn't really test all the lights here. Let's see, moving on. This is where your thermostat is, by the way, for your HVAC system. Let's see here, laundry room. So in the laundry room, we have your breaker panel. The electricians, Budget Electric, is awesome. I love the Foreman also. They have not just legible, but correctly labeled all of your breakers. And the breakers themselves will tell you how many amps something is. So 20 amp for the dishwasher garbage disposal. Let's see, these are all your 20 amps. Then we have 15 amps. These are the arc faults for the bedrooms and whatnot. So basically, you want to use the 20 amp outlets for things like the when you're vacuuming and whatnot. Because if you have too many things plug into a 15 amp, it'll just keep popping. What happens is vacuums might say they only pull about 11 amps. However, when the engine whirls up, it jumps up to about 15. And then once the motor gets running, then it goes down to the running amperage of whatever it is. Okay, so laundry room. Awesome. You have some room here to fold. So you have washer, dryer. I'm not going to run these, but let's turn them on. This one always takes, the dryers take a minute. Doors face each other. This here is a shoe rack, which comes right out. Yeah, shoe rack. It's supposed to mitigate sound. drying shoes. I am taking it out, putting it on top, and I'll bet that you will never put that back in again. So you have some more cabinets here. Let's see here. It's your water shut off. So your HVAC system, this is the drop for your HVAC system, which means all HVAC systems have condensation, all ACs. So when you run air conditioning, you're going to hear a drip there. That is normal. Nothing's broken. That is just exactly what is supposed to happen. The water drips down the drain, same drain that your washer and dryer use. And this is your hot and cold water shut off. They are both on. I like to turn everything on, run everything. The reason I don't run the washer is because it's smarter than me. It knows that there is no garment in here. Dryer, sure, why not? Let's do a little test run here. There you go. How do I stop you? There we go. All right, turn that off. Let's see. So you have your breakers in here. What else do we have? Yes. So you have a fan in here, but unlike the bathroom, this is a manual fan. So you have to turn this off and on. There is no humidistat sensor. So even if it senses a lot of moisture, there's nothing to sense. It won't turn it on. So I would suggest running that fan anytime you're washing and drying, because there is moisture in the air. You'll feel the mugginess in here. And again, there are no windows. So you will want to keep the moisture out of your rooms and off of your walls. Even if you can't see it, it's sticking to the walls. So this fun thing, do not tamper with it. Some of these, yours is one of them, it doesn't seem to be perfectly straight. We are not allowed to touch them. That is the water company's installment, and it has a no tamper law, basically. So you can't try to unscrew something to move it. That's pretty plumb. It wouldn't bother me. But this is just a plastic cover. You can take that off after you move in. But this tells you how much cold and hot water you use. The way that works is it wirelessly sends a signal so that the water company does not have to come in and actually read your meter. They just sense it. But your actual water shutoffs, same like your gas plumbing, your gas line, that has two handles, two pipes, cold and hot, and each one has a handle, a blue handle. In line means it's on, perpendicular means it's off. Obviously your water is on. Also, that's where the water meter little, you see this white box on each of the supply lines. That is what sends a signal to this, which sends a signal to the water company. All right, so moving on to bathroom 2. Again, your toilet has the same water shut off, pull and push. Same setup we saw, towel rack, hand towel. You have a lock on your bathrooms and bedrooms. Oh, whoops. Let's see, a GFI on the wall. And something about, let's get nitty gritty on the toilet. Hang on here. So, hate to say it, but the plumber really wants to, you know what? I think this guy goes right there. There we go. So the plumber likes me to show this. So basically, the water is, again, red tape, California, Fremont. It's a very small tank. It's about a gallon. That's about it. We can't go any bigger. So when you flush, you want to make sure all the water goes down. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. It's about 3 seconds. Because if you were to do just a little bloop and just a little water went through, that might not flush everything. The plumber says, again, nitty gritty. The plumber says for solid 2 flush, do your thing, then do the paper thing, and then for liquid 1 flush. That's California law. My job to explain it. So you have in this bathroom here a diverter, which switches from spout to shower. There you go. And one thing, I addressed it with Kohler. I said, hey guys, how come this drips a little bit? And they say that is exactly how that is. It's a ceramic disc that goes in there. They used to have a rubber disc with a washer, but they would get stuck, so now they just have the ceramic disc. So you'll see some drops, and that is how that is. Let's see here. So, talking about HVAC, this is called a secondary condensate line. So basically, if the primary in the laundry room is not dripping, that's because the HVAC, which is in the ceiling, by the way, this is your heater and works in tandem with your air conditioning unit, which is actually on the roof. So air conditioner on the roof, heater and forced air unit here in the ceiling. You will hear it because it sucks in a little air from here as well as from there. However, talking about the drip, if you see the secondary condensate line, this here, dripping, let me know. That means that they need to make a slight adjustment in here. We had it happen in another unit, that's why I tell you. And that's the whole reason that we have this, this pipe here. Well, first of all, it's code, but if you see that drip, let me know within the first year, or after that, then you can just call the HVAC company yourself. But you can always ask me questions, always ask me who to call for what. One thing to note in this bathroom with the shower curtain rod is this is not the standard size. It's taller. Your ceilings are very high up. You have very tall ceilings. So this is the, I believe it's 84 inch as opposed to 72 inch. It's the larger size. So the standard size doesn't work because you have tall ceilings. Another indicator of tall ceilings is usually you have 3 hinges for a door. Well, these are 8-foot doors. So code is 4 hinges. So it's just a bigger place. Let's see, hall closet. Again, every closet has to have a fire sprinkler. That is also code. Moving on to bedroom 2. Let's see, so we have the Cat 6 and we have the conduit. We have your half hot here. It's your upside down outlet. And let's see. Oh, I didn't point out, they kind of lay out in each of the bedrooms, kind of where your bed goes. It's kind of like they make it so your bed goes here and then your television is across the way. The reason I say that is, well, the plugs for the TV are there. And then you have outlets on either side, and this is kind of the phone charging outlet. So it's like your nightstand would be in front of that. Let's see, bedroom 2, closet, light fire sprinkler. Let's see, I think that is about it for this walk. Something that some homeowners miss is all this extra storage. You have these giant cupboards on both sides of your kitchen. So this is your beautiful new kitchen. Appliance is warranted through Whirlpool. Just about everything else warranted through me, through Toll Brothers. I will say there's usually this walk we do just functional items, right? Like if something is not working, then we'll mark it down. We ran through, by we I mean my handyman tech and I. Before this, Chad in our department ran through, like I said, tested every outlet, every light switch, every light bulb. Oops, let's turn this off. So this is your first burn, 500 degrees, 30 minutes. You'll want to do that again, like I said in the beginning of the video. Going back to the walk, so as far as cosmetic items, like if you find like a scratch on the wall or something where you want touch-up paint, something cosmetic, not functional. I will, of course, take care of those. We have what's called a 30-day fit and finish and also a 1-year fit and finish. So basically, 30 days after moving in, your movers are going to scrape the walls and scrape the baseboard and scrape your door, put in a service request to me, and I will have a touch-up painter come by. Anything else outside of cosmetic, something that's functional, say a cabinet door comes loose or something, you want to call me right away. Don't wait for the 30-day or the 1 year. Just submit a request for that. But we'll go more on warranty details on the second walk. Thanks, folks. Again, it's Sergio, lot 32, unit number 203, in building B5.